Another simple top you can start with. Okay, you can be creative about your own. Use floral lycra. You can use Duchess. You can use Ankara, but Ankara will stand. So this style really needs any fabric that will fall. Duchess is just fine, and crepe is just fine. But I don't like it in floral crepe. Try to keep the patterns on your fabric moderate. Don't go and use Ankara crepe that is very busy, plenty flowers. They get as they be. So you try to, when you are making this style, it's simple. If you know you are making this style that is simple, please use a fabric that will tell stories. Use a fabric that is dramatic. Do you understand? You can see what I have on the screen. So this is your client standing like so, and this is my client's shoulder, and this is my client's hand, right? And I want this fabric to end here for my client. Do you get? And I want the front one to come down to at least a little bit below the hips, or above, beyond the hip. Let the front be shorter than the back. It will make more sense like that. The back can get up to the knee, but let the front end just a little bit below your hip line. We are going to place our tape here and measure to our shoulder, and still measure to this place. So now I want to assume that mine is 20 inches. So like that, mine is from here to here is what? 20 inches. Shoulder plus sleeve, 20 inches. Do you understand? Now I'm going to measure from here to here, and I want to assume that from here to here for me is 33 inches. Okay, front length is 33. Okay, I want to assume that from here to here is 33. Now this style, what it means is that from what we measured, what it means that is that this place, this is the square now. Okay, what it means is that this is a square that is going to be placed diagonally. Do you understand? What it means is what? It means instead of placing it like this, it's going to be placed like this. Do you understand? So now you can't know whether you go want make your own tilt to the side, or you go want make it tilt to stay for center, or you want make it tilt this way. That is where the creativity now enters it. So now what it means is that since we are going to be placing this thing like so, it means that from here like this to here, that we got, we got 20 here. Now that what it means is that from here to here all through is what? 40 inches. What it now means is that this line here is going to be 40 inches. I am going to be ruling my shoulder, which is 40 inches. That means this style is going to be from here to here is going to be 4 inches, 40 inches, and I want to assume that this is my 40 inches. Okay, then from here to here again will be 40 inches. Can you see it? So I'm going to connect like so with free hand. With free hand, it doesn't need any, as I used to tell you people, any style will go give you stress. We no go give you stress. Now they sell more. Can you see now the square is formed? Now, if you measure from here to here, diagonally now, you see what you got? And if you measure from here to here, you see what you got? That means I got more than that 40 inches, but it's good that way. Do you understand? It is good that way. So now what will I do? I used to tell you about shoulder slant. The beauty of this style is that you don't need shoulder stand. Just bend this cloth like this. Can you see? Now I don't want, that's my 20 inches. This is the midpoint, right? This is the midpoint. Now if you measure, you will see that your 20 inches, see where 20 inches is. Can you see where? So I'm trimming here out. Okay, so I'm going to be bending it into two. Okay, so that I can get that my 20 inches. So if you measure from here to here, it now depends on you whether you want to shift it up this way, okay, so that the back will be longer, or you want to leave it the way it is. Do you understand? I want to shift mine to make the back longer. Do you understand? So when measuring out, that's why I say you have to be creative in making your own. When measuring out, you can either decide to increase the measurements that you have. So this is my back being longer than the front, but I want to trim out the sleeve because the sleeve is longer than what I measured. It will definitely be longer than what you measured, okay? And I measured 20. So I want to assume that this is where my 20 is because I'm using a mini measurement. Do you understand? I'm using a mini measurement. So I will now, however you want to do it, it is a respecter of nothing. Just trim it out anyhow you want. Just trim it out. There's no joining at the shoulder. You don't need joining. Then you open it up and you have something like this. Do you understand? The neck opening. Now, some of the styles, the front and back neckline is the same, except you want to change your own. Now, I want to make my own, the front and back to be the same. Now, there is a style to this front and back. Now, I will measure like so. How do I want my neckline to be deep? If I want it to be 9 inches, depending on how I want my cleavage to open, I will measure my 9 inches. And all I need to do is just to slit. All I need to do is just to slit this place open. So when the customer wears it, let the customer do it this way. If the fabric is super stretchy, do you understand? Let the client open it this way. It will ordinarily just fall as the client open them. It will just fall like so. Do you understand? Now, if you just want to highlight it a little, because it's going to be mostly an off shoulder, you don't open it that much. So I can just measure 4 inches for the width. If I want, that's why I said it depends on the fabric you are using. Okay, it depends on the fabric that you are using. So it's going to be a sharp V, and this is your style. That is all. If you want to make it stylish, you can just create sleeve opening and tack this place down. If you want, you can still make it a butterfly and put an invisible rope inside so that the customer can tie to the back. But all in all, let this fabric have weight and be something that will fall. Do you understand? And this is basically your trouser. You put it inside. This is basically your top, front and back. Forget about this shoulder, has already formed shoulder slants by itself. Except you still want it to form more, then you shape it out. Then you now create your sleeve opening. That is all. If you have anything you want to attach here, you attach. It could be trimming, it could be fringes, it could be whatever, attach it. It could be ruffles, attach it. Anything you want to attach. Then pipe this neckline. Make sure it's piped neatly. Then you can place stones if you want all round. All depends on you. Play with your fabric. Even if you are not going to be making anything today, thank you for all the people that have been following my instructions and have been doing exploits. God will keep giving us inspiration I told you people, at the end of the year we are all going to come back and we will celebrate ourselves. Okay, if you are in Lagos, I am planning a hangout by December. I won't be traveling. We are going to be having our hangout with our t-shirts complete. Okay, thank you guys for watching. See you in my next video. Someone shared an inspiring story with me and I want to share it with you, probably in my next video. But in case if I can't make it in the next video, expect your tutorial as usual. Thank you guys for watching. See you in my next video.